And now, here is Bill Powell, candidate for Newton City Council.
Good afternoon. Let's get right to the point. This is Volume 7 of Newton Notes. I have a pretty important video that I want to share with you, but first, Roxy wanted to say hello. She's out of detention and has agreed to continue to help in my efforts to gain a seat on City Council. But she does say that she does not appreciate all the notoriety, but she does appreciate the concern since she was out of whack for a while. But she's back. She's happy. As you can see, this is a very happy cat right now. So I just wanted to let everybody know Roxy's good. She's happy and she's helping with the campaign. Last week, the Hickory Daily Record published an article concerning a pending civil action against the City of Newton, the Sheriff's Department, and several individual employees from those two agencies. I don't think that it's appropriate for me as an attorney to discuss the contents or the merits of any civil action, and that's not the intent of this very quick but important message. What I do want to do is bring to your attention a very curious quotation that was contained in the Hickory Daily Record article. So if you will, please give a few seconds attention to the following quotation that was in this article in the paper. The City of Newton values transparency, fairness, and integrity in all employment practices, the city said. So let me read that quotation again, and it is in quotation marks. The City of Newton values transparency, fairness, and integrity in all employment practices. So when I read those words, I instantly wondered what city was saying such things. I believe there are a significant number of citizens that would disagree with their position and their statement. I am one of those people. If it weren't so seriously wrong, it would be laughable. But it's not. So let's talk a little bit about transparency in the City of Newton in some previous employment situations. We had a highly regarded Public Works Director that left Newton for a larger city, more responsibility, and likely more money. To my knowledge, that resignation was never discussed by the City of Newton in an official capacity, and no best wishes were made to this departing department head. Another example is recently, and because of the departure of this department head, the City of Newton has now increased from 6 department heads, according to their figures, to 9. Where's the release from the city confirming that significant a change in the organizational structure of the City of Newton and the names of those people who have been elevated from a lower position to now department head level? That seems to be an important issue that's being left out of the public discourse by our current city leadership. So who are these fine employees? What are they in charge of? And how much did their salaries change because of the promotions? Moving on, there are several lawsuits, either settled or pending, that involve personnel matters in the sense that they were brought by former employees challenging some type of employment action. Where are the discussions concerning those cases? How much money was spent to settle these cases? Again, does this sound like transparency in employment matters to you? One situation that I am not happy to discuss, but it is necessary, is what additional employment actions were taken with regards to a recent police chase. It's been widely reported that a supervisor lost his or her job and has been charged in that situation. Were there any other employment actions taken? And if so, why don't we know about those? So I ask, are all these examples showing transparency in employment matters by the City of Newton? So I'm going to end this quick Newton Notes with the idea of overall transparency in the City of Newton. I do not use that word. I've made that clear, but they use the word in this article in the Hickory Daily Record. So how is the City of Newton, how are they doing in the area of transparency? From my perspective and in my experience with the City of Newton, if you give them the grade of D in openness, communication, and transparency, their word, you'll be doing them a big favor. What I have heard since this campaign for City Council started, what I've heard consistently from the citizens is poor communication. I cannot tell you how many times I've asked for information and been refused. If I pay, I'm going to get that information on the public records request, but if I want something simple or quick, they're going to ignore it. They did it 2 weeks ago. They did it several months ago. And unfortunately, I think that if I sent a message today, which I, by the way, did, I'll receive no response on that as well. That's not what anybody would call transparency. So if you believe the City of Newton is doing a good job with communication and, again, their word, transparency, then vote for the incumbents. But if you believe that we can do better, we should do better, and you want more open communication, no secret meetings, comments on Facebook, and a dialogue from your government to you, the citizens, then I was respectfully asked that you vote for myself, Bill Powell, and Scott Gilliland, and Riesel Wright. But please vote. Thank you.
Thank you for watching today. William D. Powell, candidate for City Council, and the committee to elect Bill Powell to Newton City Council are solely responsible for the content of this program, and there were no costs associated with its production.